A Jewish man, Abram, is on his deathbed. Abram, on his deathbed, looks around at his gathered family. Sarah, my beautiful wife. You are here. My sons, Shem and Joseph are here. My daughters, Rebecca and Golda, you are here also. My loving family all here with me. He rises, painfully, on one elbow and says, "So why is the light on in the kitchen?" Which is why I've been banging this girl, Hagar, for years. We've been through a lot together, and most of it was your fault. Good one. Abram's too slow to realize it. Sarah's lineage had since been cursed by Abraham himself, and then Moses came and added on. And the Jesus did the same, and all of the apostles did so one by one. 1 week before the Nazis arrived, the synagogue lined up and did the cursing. That Abram, what a ham. A majority of people's last word of the year is one. How many people slept instead? This comment section is summarizing Reddit beautifully. Majority, unlikely. Plurality, sure, maybe too due to all the many delays in broadcasts etc. I think you're vastly overestimating the number of people who stay up and do a countdown, and their first word is happy. There's still a second left after one, so it's more likely half. I don't do countdowns. I don't even remember what my last word of the year was. Lol, the majority of the world doesn't speak English. I would think it could be year because technically Happy New Year should fall on 0. Possibly. Maybe. How do you spell the sound of snoring? That's my last word. Shower thought it's traditional for people to count down to midnight on Nye. A woman comes home to find her husband in bed with a very attractive young woman. The other day my wife was trying on a new outfit in front of the finally squeezed herself into it inside. Ugh, I look so fat in this. Can you try to give me a compliment? I said, baby, your eyesight has never been better. My wife wanted something that went from 0 to 150 in under 3 seconds for Christmas. So I bought her a bathroom scale. I get the stitches out in 2 weeks. Good old 652. I think the punchline is better if you change the word want to use. The oldest joke in the book, posted here dozens of times, and you blew it. Screwing up the punchline should be use not want. Op is permanently banned from all dating apps, so he makes these dumb jokes. Conspiracy theorists never talk about how aluminum foil has replaced tin foil and is less effective. Is it? Being much more conductive, I'd expect aluminum to be more whatever foil hats are supposed to be doing. That is what they want you to believe. Aluminum foil is less effective at what? Covering food? Making a hat to block radio waves? Because it's better at both of those. Finally, a convincing explanation for my tinfoil hat's failure. Tinfoil hat people are ignorant. Gordon Freeman 1025 mark for the rant. Maybe their black tar heroin slides better when chasing the dragon. Also less toxic. That's because while tin enhances your senses, aluminum blocks out investiture entirely. Makes a lot more sense to line your hats with a material that prevents external influences on your, though if you want to be fully secure you'll have to build a full suit of shard plate out of aluminum so no one can sense your presence either. Dating after divorce is replaying same game, on a harder mode, less equipped, and hoping for a different outcome. And just like a video game, you've learned what monsters to avoid and can be better prepared for the next campaign. I got married at 25 and divorced at 42. It was way easier and I was more well equipped. I've been with my current wife for 5 years and things are great. I wouldn't say less equipped. People are wiser the second time around. New game in my experience. I had a Nirvana joke but I forgot it. I'm sure it had a mind-blowing punchline. Was it about a girl? This one smells. This guy will be all apologies when he remembers it. There was something in the way. So you are that dumb. I laughed and shook Hop's hand. Have you had too much lithium? Here we are now entertain a stab jokers with Nirvana punchlines. Nirvana itself is a joke. Did you know Kurt Cobain had blue eyes? One blue one way and one blue the 20. Nirvana best band of the 90s. Heroin and a shotgun. A hero was made. Shaggy 2 dope. Hello 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 hello. In ancient Rome there were 4 kinds of poisons. Poisons 1, 2, and 3 would kill you instantly. This is also known as the poison ratio. It is best expressed as the axial and transverse strains that alkaloids and heavy metabolic compounds place on the liver and kidneys. Poison 4 is given in the arm. Found one labeled 9. I held my nose, I closed my eyes, I took a drink. I didn't know if it was day or night. I started kissing everything in sight. Ha, took me a second. Take my upvote. Measles make you mumpy. And mumps will make you lumpy. And chicken pox will make you jump and twitch. A common cold will fool ya. And whooping cough can cool ya. But poison ivy, Lord, will make you itch. I don't get it. On my first day in prison, my cellmate said to me, NGL, I started reading this to the tune of 12 Days of Christmas and I'm a little disappointed. On the first day in prison, my cellmate said to me ... On my first night in prison I was placed in a cell with an enormous rough-looking biker explained to me, Look, I've been in here for a while and this situation works best if we treat it like a relationship. Now, do you want to be the husband or the wife? Neither option sounded too good, but after a moment I told him, well, I guess I'll be the husband, then said, good, now get over here and suck your wife's dick. Most important thing in prison is soap on. I ever drop the soap in the shower. Our boomer's humor. As someone who's divorced I can vouch this is 100 truth. Roosevelt, Churchill and Stalin made a bet who was more disciplined army. Last week I called my friend in North Korea and asked him how he's doing. He said I can't complain. Churchill was riding to some errand and ended up in the unfamiliar part of London. He opened the car window and stopped a passerby. Excuse me, sir. Could you explain where am I now? You are in the car, said the passerby and turned to his driver. An answer worth UK Parliament. Absolutely correct, but useless and does not change the situation anyway. Woman to Churchill, if you were my husband, I'd poison your tea. Churchill, if you were my wife, I'd drink it. So is this a wife bad joke or the regime is going to kill my family joke? Your family? Our family. I don't think British people of the time would call Churchill the best PM in 20 years. Phew. He was solid in wartime but not a great person or politician outside of that. Till a wealthy stock trader was sentenced in 2017 after a man he hired to dig a secret tunnel to a nuclear bunker died a fiery death. He made him wear blackout glasses, spoofed the Wi-Fi, and lowers a bucket for his tunnel guy to relieve himself for days at a time to keep the location secret. I have so many questions. Yeah, digging holes and mental health go hand in hand. When I hit my rock bottom of tunnel hole digging, I always know it's time for me to reevaluate my destiny. Oki's Weird Stories made an amazing documentary about this incident. He even interviewed family members of the victim. Till after Vancouver hosted 2010 Olympics, its Olympics Village became a ghost town, to the extent that a sales campaign discounted remaining units by up to 50 in 2011. The developer fell short on its loan payments because of poor sales. Atlanta had the foresight to plan its Olympic Village to become college dorms after the games. That part at least worked out well. Olympics end up costing cities money. The tourist bump doesn't need bums. Till supercomputers know how to solve every chess ending that has 7 pieces or fewer remaining, regardless of position, makeup of the remaining pieces, or possible moves. This information, known as endgame table base, is currently 18.4 terabytes in size. When I was a kid I thought I could solve chess completely. I started a fresh notebook and started writing out possibilities. I made it to move 2 and realized I was an idiot. So if you're playing against a computer with this information available to it, and assuming it's programmed to play perfectly, it's completely unbeatable once you're down to 7 pieces. I thought I was very good at chess when I was younger. Then I played against a chess bot that is programmed to always make optimal plays. I recall the creator giving it a description that said something to the effect of, just a friendly reminder, if you ever beat a chess bot it's because it's programmed to let you win. Till rabbit starvation is when the body takes in too much protein with not enough fat and carbohydrate. When excessive amounts are consumed, it can put the body at risk for increased levels of ammonia in the blood. Protein poisoning can be fatal because of these increased levels. I recall reading in a wilderness survival book that roasted beaver tail is supposed to be eaten occasionally to counteract rabbit starvation. I learned this from Les Stroud on Survivor Man. Tundra plane crash episode, Erg. This is what I try to explain to so many patients who want to eat nothing but protein. When all you consume is protein, your body has to convert it to glucose. This is a messy transformation that creates a lot of waste the kidneys have to process. Putting an unnatural strain on your kidneys is never a good idea. I first heard about this on the British comedy panel Chi some years ago now. Till that Toronto firefighter Danny Flippy mysteriously disappeared on a skiing trip in New York. 6 days later, he resurfaced 3,000 miles away in Sacramento, California with no memory of how he got there. He was wearing the same exact gear when he disappeared and with no ID except a credit card. I'm not buying it. I've seen Breaking Bad. To be fair, that's how most of us got to California. Just woke up one day like what the fuck. A friend of mine's dad did something similar back in the late 60s, except he took peyote and a week later he was in Denver, Colorado with a different set of clothes and $2,000 in his pocket and no recollection of how it all happened. Sounds a lot like Walter White's fugue state. I bet he knows exactly how he got there. It was a fugue state. I've had this happen to me. I was pistol whipped, didn't remember that fight. My GF at the time witnessed it. I didn't believe her. 4 days went by, till there are no skeletons in the wreck of the Titanic or debris field. At depths of 3,000 feet, seawater is undersaturated with calcium carbonate. Once animals ate the flesh of Titanic's passengers and crew, their bones dissolved. I've always found the images of the empty shoes scattered throughout the debris field particularly eerie. Sort of related but made me think about Amelia Earhart most likely being eaten by crabs. So does that mean that our potential fossil record is also just missing and impossible to fill hole? That's how I want to go cold, wet, and about 112 years ago. The bones may have dissolved, but I believe that the heart will go far. That's just what Big Calcium wants us to think. Swimming pool still being full is a testament to the build quality. So it is possible that while swimming in the Atlantic and getting a mouthful of seawater, you could potentially be eating a molecule that used to be part of John Jacob Astor? What should millennials kill off next? Purchasing subscriptions for all sorts of services. People who don't know how old millennials are. We're not kids, we're approaching middle age. Fast fashion. We're picking up all the grandparent hobbies anyways due to it costing $100 to step outside. Might as well learn a few sewing skills and get some well-made, durable clothes that we can make modifications or repairs to ourselves. Ticketmaster. For-profit healthcare. Ooh, fun. Let's kill off remakes of movies. Tipping culture. Tipping and tipping culture. Have at. The world would a better place. Lobbyists. Dicks. Tipping. Student loans. Tipping. How about divisive politics in general and stop paying Congress critters when they can't pass basic funding bills? Any electoral system that's not proportional like FPTP or US two-party system. Junk mail? What criminal committed an almost perfect crime and what was the thing that messed it up? That one dude who robbed a bank by hiring a bunch of people from Craigslist to show up wearing the same outfit he was in. Wait, outside he would have gotten away, but a homeless man saw him do a practice run the day before and after the robbery told the police. The guy who created the Silk Road gave himself away by initially introducing the Silk Road to the world from an email address that would ultimately lead investigators right to him. That Australian kid who hacked the FBI and put his photos on their website. He scrubbed the metadata from the photo so it wouldn't show the GPS location, then he accidentally uploaded the original with that information still on it. What is a monthly subscription that is worth every penny? My local gas station chain called Sheetz has unlimited fries for $9.99 a month, solid fries too. My local movie theater chain offers 3 movies per week for $20 per month. They also offer a refillable popcorn buckets that's live for like 5 months for $30. Fantastic deal. A library card. Respectfully speaking, if you're going to use it, a gym membership, not a monthly subscription, but $100 every 5 years for TSA pre-check and global entry is the best money I've ever spent in terms of time saved. The great courses. College-level lectures on a variety of topics. Intellectually rewarding. What is the biggest scam that people still fall for? Online charlatans that will share their secrets if you buy their course. Scientology. The religion of a sci-fi author. I have a list of the top 40 most common scams Americans fall for. If you send me $19.99 I'll get a copy to you right away. Detox water makes you lose weight. Herbalife. Huge MLM scam. The sauna slim belt was a thing in my country for almost a decade. People never lost an inch of fat, only got marks from the heat which the belt produced. Pure scam. I am an engineer stuck in a foreign country and I need you to send me money to flee here and we can start a new life together. When I saw your profile photo, I fell in love with you. Multi-level marketing schemes, so many people go into debt for them then switch to another to try drag themselves out. Cause this one will be different. Sadly, a 3-year dream cruise. Diamonds. What is your best dating or sex advice for someone inexperienced? Take a shower. Brush your teeth. Smell nice. Wear protection. Take it slow. Don't be afraid to communicate verbally. Don't ignore the clit. Ask your partner what they want. Confidence is key. Also make sure you fart during sex. It establishes territory and dominance over all those that have come before and all those after. Take your time. Listen to your partner. Preliminaries are important, and if you're popping your cherry, and can't last long, it makes perfect. Just be respectful, enthusiastic, and remember that sex is like tango, it takes does dating. Be present. Be present. Oh my goodness, please be present in the moment with the other key. Good manners and good hygiene are hot as hell. What really successful person was ruined by one stupid thing they said? That female PR rep who tweeted a small group of friends about going to South Africa and hoping she wouldn't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white. Before hopping on she got off the plane many hours later, her life was ruined. Clayton Williams was a shoo-in for governor of Texas in 1990, until he made a statement that likened the crime of rape to bad weather, having stated if it's inevitable, just relax and enjoy it. Gerald Ratner ran a jewelry empire until he made a joke about his own products being crap. An MS prawn sandwich would last longer. CeeLo Green actually tweeted, "Someone is passed out there not even with you consciously so with implies consent." Regarding sexual battery to add, another tweet said people who have really been raped remember. What's a conspiracy theory so dumb you thought people were kidding? 5G causing COVID. Someone I know thinks the moon is fake on account of how our astronauts not blinded if the moon is that bright to us on Earth being this far away? I told him from Earth, we see a moon's face worth of photons coming toward us, but from a distance. On the surface they only receive the photons from the surrounding ground. He responds with, see, that's what's crazy, is that you science guys always manage to come up with some answer. A month or so ago there was some nationwide Amber Alert or something where everyone's phones were supposed to go off. My aunt thought it was the signal to activate the chips implanted by COVID vaccines and implored the whole family to turn their phones off during the time window. Not only is it a flat Earth, but it is also an unexplainable spiral. We went on a couple's dinner, and the guy literally said this, I really thought he was kidding till it was clear he was serious. What's a life hack that's so simple yet so effective? You're shocked more people don't know about it. You can just say no to world won't end. In fact, it makes life so much better. Be smart enough to know how dumb you are. It opens up way more doors in life when you can admit to not knowing some things. Minding your own business is totally free of charge. Eating a late lunch at work makes your day go by much faster. When looking at recipes online, click the print link. This cuts out the unnecessary backstory and random musings. You can also save the recipe as a PDF to your computer or even just the link to the printable version. The reverse plunge for unclogging toilets and sinks. Slowly depress the plunger and then pull up quickly. Works like a charm. What's the most difficult truth you've come to accept? That there are people you cannot reason with no matter how polite you try to be. They will still hate you. The world does not care about my problems. Not all friendships last. Sometimes things will be your fault. Friendships ending, breakups, just general social missteps will all happen to you, and they might be directly because of you. You have to learn to grow from your mistakes and not beat yourself up over it. You might be the sweetest peach in the whole. Some people don't like peaches. It's not my fault, but it's my responsibility. I won't get better if I don't try. I have to make hard choices to make my life better. Nice people aren't always good people. Unless we die at the exact same time, either me or my wife will one day have to live through the pain and grief of losing the other. Not everyone gets a happy ending. Not everything is my fault and not everyone is going to like me, no matter what I do.